Hello YouTube, I'm Jack Clark, the AggroWatt Side Deck, coming to you with a hopefully very quick video. I'm feeling worse and worse as the week progresses. Instead of doing another video dedicated to another response to Banjo7, I'm quickly going to answer his questions that he had in his previous video, in which he asked about my side deck for my AggroWatts. My side deck for my AggroWatts basically consists of the same, mostly the same things that you mentioned. Actually, I do use Fossil Liner. I'm siding my third MST. I've got a couple of bottomless trap holes in there simply because I don't have space in the main deck for them, because they're very good in most of my matchups, but they're particularly good in Rabbit Lagia, obviously, to banish the Sabosauruses and Cubbersaws that they do summon off of the initial Rescue Rabbit play. But some things that you may not know about my AggroWatts is that I have played Watts since they came out, and obviously have playtested a hell of a lot with them. As such, I know that pretty much my personal worst matchup for Watts, be it a Hopper Watt variant or an AggroWatt variant or whatever variant of Watts you may be running, is Gladiator Beasts. Gladiator Beasts shit all over this deck, simply because they do battle and they are very offensive. They just keep on going, and of course in this format, of course, they mostly won't be able to attack. You've got chainable back row, which means they can't attack. However, part of our chainable back row also is Wabaku. So, as much as that sucks, for me anyway, and it's not just, even if you're not using Wabaku, they do overwhelm you surprisingly fast, and they do have War Chariot, and we rely on our effects mostly, and it's particularly kick in the nuts for Watts, simply because Watts, they rely on their effects, and the majority of them, they are mandatory effects, so they have to activate. The only ones that don't have to activate are the ones that activate when they're destroyed by either card effect or by battle. So Dragonfly, Watt Lemur, and stuff like that. So yes, those are the ones that are not as much affected, but even then, Dragonfly needs to battle to get his effect, and initially, anyway, the best situation for them both to get their effects is by battle, which sucks for Gladiator Beasts. So I do side for Gladiator Beasts. I'm not going to tell you what I side for them, though. And another piece of tech that I do side, which I think is amazing, and I did try it last format to great effect, and a lot of people in the Watt community did like it as well, simply because we had Messenger of Peace, is Lava Golem. Lava Golem is fantastic, simply because last format, I would summon Lava Golem to their side of the field, tributing 2 Synchros or something, or just tributing 2 monsters that I'd rather they didn't have, and then have Messenger of Peace. Either way, last format, there wasn't much spell and trap card removal. They wouldn't be able to destroy the Messenger of Peace very easily, and they have a Lava Golem, which they can't Synchro very easily unless they tribute it off, which is rarer these days. But yes, that is my side deck stuff for the AggroWatts, and I'm going to move swiftly onwards to the actual topic of this deck, which is the release of Slifer the Sky Dragon, or the announcement of Slifer the Sky Dragon, and the combined form of the 3 Egyptian god cards, the Creator of Light, the Creator God of Light, Horakhty. I can't pronounce his name. I'm not even going to try. But yes, first off, Slifer the Sky Dragon. It's been years and years and years, and it's finally going to be released. And the picture, which I'm going to show you now, it looks so cool, so much cooler than the other previous gods, and I'm so glad they've done that right, at least. Although it does have a lot of people in the Yu-Gi-Oh community kind of, oh, its effect is broken, oh my god. Keep in mind, people, this is Shriek, and its effect clearly says that the effect is unconfirmed. The only reason why that effect is on there, I do believe, and this is what I think, is that mainly that is the only effect for Slifer the Sky Dragon we have. And by the effect, I'll put an annotation on the screen what the effect I'm talking about is, simply because that was the one that they used in the Tag Force games. The chances of them using that effect in the Tag Force games, I'm actually going to say it now. You must tribute 3 monsters to normal summon this card. You cannot set this card. The normal summon of this card cannot be negated. When this card is normal summoned card, and card effects cannot be activated during the end phase of this card with special summon, send it to the graveyard. This card gains 100,000 attack and defense for every card in your hand. When your opponent normal summons or special summons a monster in face-up attack position, target that monster and it loses 2,000 attack, and if the target's attack becomes 0, you destroy the target. Yes, that is the effect of Slifer the Sky Dragon. And a lot of people have been saying, this is King Tiger Wang Hu on nut. Or Silent Enigma would probably say, this the nuts. That's terrible, Jack, you can't imitate people. But yes, it is a ridiculously good effect, which is why it's unconfirmed. I sincerely doubt that's going to be it's going to be it. And as much as it pains me, the gaining 1,000 attack and defense for every card in your hand, I think that will probably be the first thing to change. I think that when you summon it, it would activate upon the summon. So when this card is normal summoned, it gains 1,000 attack and defense for every card in your hand, and it would be a one-time thing, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I'm not sure. It depends really on the situation you're in with the card. That's what I think. And I also think that the Wanku effect, which activates whenever a monster is normal summoned or special summoned, I think it would only happen when it's normal summoned. I think that would probably be the fairer of options. But yeah, I also probably think it may go around it may happen like Ra did, not being able to be special summoned. I hope not. I hope it stays as much like the Tag Force effect as possible, because I don't want them butchering another god card. But yes, like I said, all 3 Egyptian god cards, in some way, shape or form, have been confirmed for release or have been released. As such, another card has been introduced, or it's been announced, which is the card that the Pharaoh used when he discovered his name in the anime, the form of the 3 Egyptian god cards put together, which is the Creator of Light, Horakhty. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that now. But the unconfirmed effect at the moment, but has more basis, because, well, it didn't have a card or any kind of presence. It wasn't even a card in the anime. Is that it can only be summoned by tributing the 3 Egyptian god cards, but only if but it has to be the original god cards. You can't just mill all your god cards, mill Phantom of Chaos, and then Monster Reborn the Phantom of Chaos, and then use Inferno Reckless Summon, and then remove all the god cards to summon it. You can't do that. You have to use the original god card. So you have to have all 3 Egyptian god cards on the field, the actual god cards, which I love the idea that they put that in there. But upon summon, you win the duel. Just outright, you win the duel. Of course, this effect is still unconfirmed, but it's more likely to actually be the effect, simply because we don't, unlike Slifer, because where did this effect come from otherwise? But if this is the effect, and I damn well hope it is, I think it's a win condition. Well, it is a win condition all on its own, that I think is actually fair. I quite like the idea of making my Yugi character deck and summoning all the god cards randomly, and my opponent's going, oh crap, what am I going to do? And then I summon this, and they're like, did that just happen? I just like the idea. Although, competitively speaking, it's not a very good card at all. Summoning the 3 Egyptian god cards, especially Ra, who was nerfed beyond belief, and now doesn't even make sense because it can't be special summoned, which is the entire point of Ra in the anime, is that Marek had a way of summoning it without having to tribute, was that Ra sucks. Obelisk is rather good, and if Slifer's effect isn't butchered too much, that will hopefully be quite good as well. Although people have been thinking, or have been saying that, oh, we could use it in offering gadgets. You summon a load of gadgets, you tribute them all off for a god card. Summon a load of gadgets, tribute them off for a god card. Summon a load of gadgets, tribute them off for a god card. It just keeps on going like that. Although I don't like that effect, simply because, unless you're using the Creator of Light, you burn up too much life points, so Ra will become useless. And why would you run the god cards in that? They just seem kind of a win more cards. And I think the only real reason that anybody will want to use them is nostalgia. It's the only reason why I care about these cards. I, of course, will be trying to make the most competitive deck possible with the Egyptian god cards, simply because I want to see if that's possible. I may do a deck profile in future, so once we get the effects of Slifer and it's on Dueling Network or something, I will try and make the most competitive deck I can possible. If you'd be interested in seeing something like that, comments down below. But yes, that's pretty much it. Your opinions on the unconfirmed effect and what your ideal effect for Slifer the Sky Dragon would be, pop those in the comments down below. What do you think of the Creator of Light Horakhty? Do you think it's going to make an impact? I don't especially think so, but it is a win condition all on its own, which means it can't be negated by Skill Drain or Divine Wrath or anything like that. That's the rule with win conditions anyway. But yes, I'm Jack Clark, the Eco Musketeer. Also, comments down below what you would like to see on this channel, because the last 2 videos I did a video response to Van G7, which has not done particularly well, but I also did a pack opening, which did even worse, and I'm like, oh Christ, people don't like that. So yes, comments down below, feedback. I love the feedback, give it to me. But yeah, I'm Jack Clark, you can watch it here. Top left annotation at the top of the screen will take you to a previous video, top right annotation will take you to a future video. If there's not one there will be done one soon. I'm Jack Clark, you can watch it here. Goodbye.